Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back here in PlayStation Source, and we got some nice juicy bits here. Of course, if you saw my video before this, we did react and break down the whole Last of Us remake leak, which was then a leak, but now has officially been confirmed from Summer Games Fest. But we did get an extra little tidbit that I was not expecting to get, but we did get here. Us factions community, the factions fan base, have been just frothing at the mouth, waiting for any little bit of information, and we did get some information here today with the Summer Games Fest announcement, and they did talk a lot about the HBO show as well, and a lot more to break down The Last of Us remake itself. But we're gonna make our first stop here with The Last of Us standalone multiplayer details that we did get here from Summer Games Fest. But before we get into all of that, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. I'll be reading here from the blog, link below in the description to get the full rundown on the PlayStation blog. It goes as follows. It's no secret that many of you are not only drawn to Last of Us stories, but also the game's original factions multiplayer. Since The Last of Us factions release almost a decade ago, dedicated players have been vocal about an expansion upon that offering. However, we can fully announce that we're creating something much larger than a mode. We're thrilled to share a piece of concept art from our upcoming multiplayer experience, which is an extremely ambitious undertaking. We're growing our studio significantly to ensure we build this full-scale, standalone game with its massive scope and immense world, in a way that fans have come to expect from Last of Us and Naughty Dog. We aim to make our newest entry into multiplayer inviting to new players while still a thrilling challenge for more of our seasoned fans. There will be more news to come next year, and we cannot wait to introduce you to the team behind this new experience. And so that was all the blog had to say there, but we did have some new things that we did hear from Neil Druckmann himself at Summer Games Fest, and he says that this game has been in development for 2 years, and the mode has gone through another increase in scale and overall ambition and size as well from its original growth that we saw back in 2020. And it is now officially, they reconfirmed, it is a standalone game that is the biggest multiplayer offering Naughty Dog has ever created. I want everyone to just really highlight and really see that, you know, they are not talking about this game as a mode. I don't think now it will be connected to Last of Us remake, which they definitely said it wasn't going to, or Last of Us Part 2. I think that it will use the gameplay from Last of Us Part 2, but it will be a full sufficient game that will be sustainable. This is one of the 10 live service games that I'm sure Jimbo Ryan wanted to tell us back in the day when he was talking about those 10 service games, and I believe that this is definitely one of them, with them confirming that, hey, this is a full scale straight up game here. And he says, speaking of the game size, he says the game is, quote, big as any of the previous single player games they've made, and, quote, in some ways bigger. So that is incredibly enticing. I cannot wait to see what they mean by that, right? Like, this being a full long game, and it will be of a size of a previous single player game they've had before, and in some ways bigger. That sounds great to me personally. They did here confirm, first and foremost, that the story is confirmed. There is a story in this game, and the way it's told is unique to this game. So I'm hoping that this is somewhat of an evolution to the original factions, where in that mode you are taking care of a group of, you know, your clan, if you will, like your like group of people, and you're scavenging for resources that you win, that you garner in matches, right? And you're able to win a specific amount of supplies, currency, resources, etc., to fully, just make sure that your group and your overall home camp is taken care of. And so I'm curious to see how they are going to evolve that story, and if it is going to garner that, I'm sure we're getting cutscenes, and I can see what this game could be, that we'll see hopefully next year. And they say here that there will be a brand new cast of characters and a new location. So a brand new cast of characters, we see some characters in the concept art, maybe those will be who we're playing as, because I kind of would have thought that we would have been getting like a created character, right? And like, you are living in this world, but they seem to be, hey, telling a story here, and we will probably be playing as protagonists and people that, are real world people in this Last of Us universe, and we will be seeing their story here with this game. But the new location here, as far as I'm aware, it's probably San Francisco. That's intriguing to me because that is very close to Seattle, right? So maybe we will see some things involving Seattle and all that great stuff. But also I'm excited because, I've never been to San Francisco, right? So, take that with a grain of salt, but I hear it's a great, beautiful city. And so the ability for Naughty Dog to take a lot of the iconic buildings and different locations of Seattle and bring that same talent and same care to the overall landscape to San Francisco is something that's going to be really cool to play in. I know San Francisco isn't like a a, you know, really abstract city to explore in the game, but very curious to see how they do it here with the talent behind Naughty Dog. And Neil Druckmann did confirm that the game is being led up by veterans at Naughty Dog that were behind Uncharted and the original Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2, Vinit Argwal, Anthony Newman, and Joseph Panetti as well. So he ends off by saying that we'll see a lot more in 2023 and that it's something special. So guys, I know it's been a long time since Factions, you know what I'm saying? We do have to wait another year to see it, but I am just happy that we got to see a little bit of it. I think that it would have been great to see just a tiny bit of gameplay. I would love to see that, even if it was something that was early in development, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we will all be okay with that, just to see a little bit of Factions here. And yeah, I mean, I have a lot of questions about this game, of course, that we will see when the full game comes out and the full, you know, unveiling and revealing of this game. But the last thing I want to end off this video with is an interesting tweet by Naughty Dog. They say here on this tweet to keep a quote lookout unquote peace sign. Our biggest online experience is coming, more news next year. I feel like Naughty Dog is telling us something with this lookout thing here, right? Like the fact that they singled it out here, it has to mean something. Is this the name of the mode? Is it keep a lookout? Like why did they? Is it Last of Us Lookout? Is that the name of the mode? Is it that name of the game? I mean, excuse me, like it's not a mode, it's a game. Is that the name of it? Who knows? We'll have to see when the full unveiling of the game comes out. And that's about all we got here for the Last of Us multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? Overall, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. I do want to hear more, and I cannot wait to hear more about this game. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it turns out. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? We'll have to see when the full unveiling comes out. But that's the video, guys. Down below, what are your thoughts around Last of Us PS5 Standalone multiplayer? Are you excited about it? Do you, can't wait to explore San Francisco? Are you intrigued by the story? Let me know all your thoughts down below in that comment section. While you're down there, make sure to check out that description. You can find links to our Discord, our Twitter, and our Anchor link. That way you can listen to our long form content in podcast format. Once again, Road to Ragnarok is in development, but now I can't believe it, Road to Part 1 is indeed in development. I cannot wait to actually get into that. And yeah, like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as hit subscribe to the PlayStation Store to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits. And actually, before I head out, I'll just leave you guys with the full quotes from Neil Druckmann as he said it on Summer Games Fest. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next upload.
What can Last of Us fans expect in the future from you?
Thank you for asking, Jeff.
Yes.
So one of the things we've mentioned a while back is what started out as a multiplayer mode has evolved due to the team's ambition. They really wanted to do something beyond what we've ever done before at Naughty Dog. And we felt the way to do it justice is to make it a standalone title. And they've been working on it for the past 2 years. Ambition has grown, and we're not quite ready to fully unveil it, but we're ready to lift the curtain a little bit and just give you like an update of where we're at.
Okay, well, what can you tell us about this new standalone multiplayer game?
Yeah, so we have a concept art that we want to show.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you is that this game is big.
Okay.
It's as big as any of our single player games that we've done, and in some ways bigger. It's got a story. The way we're telling that story is very unique to this game. It's got a brand new cast of characters. It takes place at another place, another part of the United States.
It's like a city might be somewhat familiar, some people.
I'm sure our fans have already figured it out. And it's really cool. And it's being headed by Vinit Argwal, Anthony Newman, and Joe Panetti, all veterans of Uncharted and Last of Us. And you're going to see a lot more of this game come next year.
Next year, so I wait till next year to hear more about that one. Okay, well, very exciting that this has evolved, and I mean, that concept art looks incredible. I can't wait to see Naughty Dog's storytelling fused with multiplayer live game.
It's something special. We can't wait to show it either.